Alright, yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Tucker, and over this last weekend, I believe it was, yeah, it's been this weekend, I think, maybe. I'm a little bit late to the topic, but this last weekend, we experienced something that was truly a one of a kind weekend. Basically, it all involved this with weapon crafting, right? Which, if you look at it, it's like, oh, that's cool. But it's got me thinking, why do people have to do that with a glitch? You know? Because, okay, so hear me out, right? This is weapon crafting we're talking about. And I understand that they only do it because of balancing reasons, and that's completely fine, whatever. Also, this is the drip. This is my build, by the way. Well, I don't know. That's how you look at it. Okay. Anywho, this is my build for this that's you could just run with. Honestly, it's nothing special. But anywho, getting off topic here because anywho, but that got me thinking. Why is that not just the normal for stuff, right? So, for example, right? Let's take hmm, just any gun, right? Like for example, this Iculus SMG, right? Obviously, I'm not going to craft it. I already have one that I don't use as it is. But for example, that's a bit of a bad example, but uh, I don't know. Hmm, I don't know. Like this explosive personality, right? Why can it not have the same perks that the forbearance has? You're crafting a weapon, right? Like I said, I get it. They do it for balancing reasons, but that's stupid, right? Like, am I crazy? Probably, probably. But you get what I'm saying. It would make sense because it's like, oh well, you shouldn't be able to put you know you shouldn't be able to put repulsor brace with incandescent. I'm not, and that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is you should be able to put repulsor brace on this, right? Because it's a void weapon. So you should be able to have, I don't know, Archer's Tempo repulsor brace or something, right? Or you should be able to take this Amit, right? Subsistence incandescent. You should be able, you get what I'm saying. You should be able to, like, I don't have this one crafted, but either way, you should be able to craft weapons how you want them to be crafted. That would make sense, right? But no, you can't. I don't get why. Like for example, uh, Palmyra Beat. I made a video on this a little while ago about how like if you miss out on a what is it called the bump in the night, you'll still be fine because it has chill clip auto loading and all that, right? Well, that's been a couple of months ago because it got nerfed and all that, right? But you get what I'm saying. It should just you should be able to do that, right? Like I and like don't get you wouldn't be able you shouldn't be able to get wild with it. But like for example, if I want to make a legendary version of the Trendigool, I can. But hear me out. Imagine if we got the Tripwire Canary, right? Like I said, I don't have what it takes to actually no. We about to do something that I don't that there's a reason I don't do it. And you're probably gonna watch this boy Tucker. You could just got it literally. I think it's this week. But anywho, but like it would make sense, to be able to be like, well, it doesn't. It does. What I'm getting at is you should be able to make it give it like Archer's Tempo with Volt Shot, right? That would make sense. But no, like I don't get it, you know? And like, yeah, make it cost a little bit more, you know? Make it be like, well, make it to where you have to be in debt. Like you should be able to like not go, completely just off the deep end with it. You should be able to just make this and give it like any archetype, make it shoot like rockets. Although, even with that, that would be cool because it would be a crafted weapon. You're making it from scratch. Like, for example, okay, take dip my toes into the lore here a little bit. Thorn, right? It started off as a hand cannon, just a regular hand cannon. It's called Rose. You've seen it. I've seen it. If you play PvP in the last, I would say 6 months, you've seen it. You get what I'm saying? It started off, it's just a regular old hand cannon, right? Until one day, this guy was like, well, and he like went to the moon, killed this one guy, and then he like duct taped it to the side, and then started whispering to him, and it became the Thorn. You know, that's what weapon crafting should be. It shouldn't be, oh well, I have this callous mini tool. It only has the best you can get is unrelenting on it. Oh well. Although I'm not gonna lie to you, unrelenting on this gun has saved me a lot. But that's a rant for another day. But you get what I'm saying. It's weapon crafting for a reason. You should be able to just be like, well, shucks. Like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying though. It would make sense to me. I don't know, and maybe I'm the crazy one. Could be. Don't care. But like for example, I should be able to be like, oh well, okay. Oh, what is that? Oh, it has that. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're gonna put that. Oh well, what is that? Oh, countermass confined launch. Oh, okay. Oh well, what is that? Threat detector. Oh, okay. Unrelenting. Okay. Like that's great and all that, but then you should be like, well, okay, but what if, right? What if instead of unrelenting, you could put incandescent on it? What if, for example, I don't know, and I don't have the thing for the forbearance, but for example, right? Imagine this, okay? Imagine an, a grenade launcher, right, with Volt Shot on it, right? Okay, I don't like Volt Shot. Volt Shot's not one of those that I'm like, well, I really like it. No. If anything, I hate Volt Shot. But like, we'll take the Tyranny of Heaven for example. I did this earlier. You know, I mean, I didn't craft it earlier. Well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't craft it earlier, but I leveled it up earlier because I was like, oh, it has explosive incandescent. That's really cool. But you know what? Imagine this, okay? Once again, bad example. You get what I'm saying, though. It should be able to be like, oh, well, I made this gun from scratch. I made this with a magical thing. Like the Supremacy, right? It has good rolls on it. No one's doubting that it doesn't have good rolls on it. But also, it should be like, well, you know, you should be able to be like, okay, well, let's take, do I have anything? Yeah, the Fire and Forget, right? I mean, okay, I have that clip. This, okay? Imagine this. It has, and this is the roll that people were like cranking about, a little while ago. But imagine instead of having target lock, if it could get, you know, the good void perks. Imagine if it could get destabilizing rounds, repulsor brace. Imagine, just something like that. That would be really cool. You could be like, well, all right. So that's my thing. I feel like if like weapon crafting, and I'm not saying that the weapon crafting bad, but it really just goes to show you. Imagine how much better it could be. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't, and obviously this is just me saying it, so it's not gonna change anything. But imagine if you could make a mini Trinity's Ghoul. Trinity Ghoul. Imagine if you could make a miniature, I don't know. And yeah, it would take away from the exotics, but not that many people use exotic primaries. Like, yeah, people use Malfeasance, Izanagis, stuff like that. But imagine if you could make something kind of like Quicksilver Storm, not exactly Quicksilver Storm, but something kind of like it. Make it to where you can shoot like a rocket out of it every now and again. That's a bit extreme, but you get what I'm saying. Imagine just the possibilities that people could come up with, because people that play Destiny, believe it or not, are pretty smart when it comes to stuff. Like, obviously, don't make some. You shouldn't be able to make something like overpowered. That's like, oh well, make it to where it can just one shot everything. Like, imagine if you could make the Verglass curve like that. That's a bad example, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, yeah, people were making omits that could shoot rockets and did millions upon millions of damage. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is you should be able to take it a step further. So if you wanted to, make it to where, I don't know, you could put incandescent on a grenade launcher. You could put, destabilizing rounds on the hollow denial. Imagine that, I don't know. Imagine if you could put subsistence on the callous mini tool. Imagine if you could put, I don't know, something. You get what I'm saying? It would make sense because you're making a weapon. You're not making, you're making something that's gonna deal damage to stuff. You're not just gonna be like, oh well, you know, like it would make sense. That's all I'm getting at. But that's my rant. I don't really think it. I didn't really say anything of much value, but either way, I'll catch you on the next one. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of their day, evening, or whenever else I watch this. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.